It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Titans and the Saints, and it's coming up.
A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And finally, he's out of bounds, but how about that return? All the way inside the 20 and into the red zone.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind we're in for a terrific game. A dream scenario to start it off from one side of the ball, a nightmare for the other to get this game started.
So a new face at quarterback for the Titans in 2023. It's the 24-year-old rookie out of Kentucky, Charles, Will Levis.
As if this motivated young man needed an extra chip on his shoulder. He certainly got one more when he slipped to the second round of this year's draft. This, after it was discussed, is a possible top 5 pick. As he likes to tell everyone, I've got a cannon for an arm, and I love to show it off.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Now we get a peek here at the 2023 draft class for the Titans. Only 6 picks, and Charles, every one of them on the offensive side of the ball.
And, of course, all eyes go to the second name on that side of the ball, Will Levis, the quarterback out of Kentucky. He could be their potential franchise quarterback, but the ones that bookended it, Peter Skoronski, offensive lineman in the first, Tyjae Spears, running back in the third. The Titans are trying to change what they do on offense, and they went all in and trying to get that done with this class.
It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Haskins will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. They'll be led out by one of the most productive QBs in the last decade. It's year 10 for the Fresno Stater now. Here's Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 59 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. Into the red zone, it's Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. A point after, good by Grupe. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different, and I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When we see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
And he will have a Titans first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Option play. Here's Haskins. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Well, for the Titans in 2023, they figure to be a team that battles for a division title. At least that's what it looks like from my vantage point, Charles. What do you think needs to go right for them to win the AFC South?
I think some retooling, especially on the offensive side of the ball. And when you start with the offensive line, their pride and joy, they've got to rebuild that part of the team because that's the engine that makes their offense run. Everything comes off the fact that their offensive line usually controls the line of scrimmage.
Levis on 3rd down. Setting up the screen for Haskins. Oh, nice move. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 28. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. But they go play action. Here's Levis. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Working from the gun, here's Levis. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. The Folks kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Carr now on 1st down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
Running from the gun with Henry. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Henry. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Folk connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On play action, it's Carr. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Now Carr. And that is incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
This will go to Henry out wide. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down. Well, another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Levis looking to throw. And this is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. And you get the sense, as I'm sure they got the sense, they might have picked up a good one here, maybe a little diamond in the rough via trade.
Maybe just need a change in scenery, a new city, maybe different motivation, but they believe they've got a good one.
Taken down by Pete Werner.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 3rd down, Henry. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Folk's kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Oh, boy, Derrick Henry shaken up after that last play and in some discomfort down there. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. From the gun, Haskins. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Well, bootleg here, Levis. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Now Carr. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. On play action. Now Carr. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Again, it's Carr. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. He's to the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 69 yards. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Groupie able to add the PAT. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Here's Devin Tompkins on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. But it's caught. Tompkins. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Levis out of the shotgun now. He finds Hopkins complete. Will go down as a gain of 6. And just like that, it's 3rd down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Going deep for Hopkins. It's caught inside the 25. And it's a Titans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 68 yards. And the Titans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead now stands at 13. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. Carr going to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Or paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
To throw is Carr. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at him, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is field. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Stop made by Marlon Davidson. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. So Carr departs and on is Blake Grupe for the Saints field goal. And this one is right down the middle. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have a Titans first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They do go for it. Here's Levis. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Carr. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to get the football here at their own 23. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 2nd and a couple. Levis back to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2000?
Touchdown, Titans! Traylon Burks. 60 yards. And the Titans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
We're good.
Here's Carr. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Now the Saints' 3rd-round pick back in April. It's Kendre Miller, and he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Carr. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will see. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On first down, Carr. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Azeez Al-Shaair. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Now Carr, gotta have this one. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Breaks through the contact. There he goes, right side. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the 2nd one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And Henry gets the call there on first down as he pushes his way forward, a pickup of about 5. And they're going to speed things up here. Levis looking to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. But they go play action. Here's Levis. That is caught. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Let's go.
Henry is in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead is now 24. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Play action. Now it's Carr. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now Carr. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken right around the 44. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. The center receiver in motion to the right. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Levis. Going to the right here and finding Burks. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Titans are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Folk connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they? That one looks like he'll throw here.
And his throw is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you.
Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league, has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more, and throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And his kick is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. They keep it with Henry on first down. 98 yards rushing for him now to this point. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it again with Henry.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1 and one of our early window games here.